She is the public relations specialist at the Detroit Public Library. We're joined by Katie Dowgiewicz. She is joining us on the Oakland County Megacast. Katie, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate having you on. How are you? How's the team over at the Detroit Public Library?
We're doing well. We've been open to the public for a few weeks now, and so far it's been going great.
So having been closed, I would assume up until this point, you said you've just been open a few weeks. How did the library continue to operate during the closure? A lot of libraries went either entirely virtual, or they had scheduled pickups and returns and very strict policies for returning, and then, of course, giving back out those books and other materials as well. What did the Detroit Public Library do during its shutdown time to continue service to the people of Detroit and the greater area?
Well, like most public libraries and other organizations, we did shut our doors to the public beginning March 13th. And we focused solely on our digital resources that we have available for our patrons. And so that meant offering downloadable ebooks and audiobooks, streaming music and movies, all of our research databases, our digital collections online, and to really push and show that those are available to our customers. Beginning in the summer, our mobile library got back out onto the road and started visiting community stops with free giveaway books for kids, and just trying to be out there into the community and let everyone know that we're still thinking about them and we're still trying to provide great service. In the summer, we also started the reserved item pickup, where you could reserve books online and then would receive a call to be able to come to the main library downtown and pull up, and then our staff would bring the book and put it in your car or trunk. And then at the end of September, we started reopening our doors to the public. At the moment, we have the main library and 6 of our neighborhood branches open for limited service.
Katie Dowgiewicz with us. She is the public relations specialist at the Detroit Public Library, joining us on the Oakland County Megacast. And Katie, we've talked to a number of other libraries in Oakland County and in the Metro Detroit area over the last several months, as some of them have reopened and some of them are still just getting to the point of reopening, much like the Detroit Public Library has in just the last couple of weeks. So as they are reopening, and COVID-19 still is obviously a significant threat to the public health, how does the Detroit Library balance continuing its services, continuing to check out these books, check out these electronic materials, but do so safely and make sure that as they are bringing them back in and preparing them for being checked out by the public once again, that these items are safe and are cleaned to prevent the spread of COVID-19?
So first, a lot of our customers are going to definitely notice some changes in our service. One of those being that there is no more browsing books on the shelf. In order to check anything out, you either have to log onto your account and request it that way, or call the library at 313-481-1400. They'll be able to put your book on hold, and you'll receive a phone call when your item is ready to pick up. Once you have returned your books, all of the items will be quarantined for a specific amount of time before being released to be put back on the shelf and checked out again. Another one of our requirements is that masks must be worn in the buildings at all times. We have limits in terms of how many customers can come in at a time. And for one of our more important aspects that we offer at the public library, computer use, we have had to restrict the number of computers that are available to make sure that customers are appropriately spaced apart. Computers are being cleaned before and after customer use. And because we know that this is going to be kind of a hardship for a lot of our customers, we've opened up the opportunity to reserve your computer online. So you can either call or you can go to our website. We have an option to reserve your computer slot for 1 hour. And this will help so that you don't have to come in and wait. You can come at your appointed time, use the computer, and know that everything is safe. We also now have available for checkout laptops. So if you do come and there aren't available computers at the library, you are able to, with your Detroit Public Library card, check out a laptop and take it home and use the technology in that fashion.
Katie Dowgiewicz with us on the Oakland County MegaCast. She is the public relations specialist at the Detroit Public Library with us today on the program. We are broadcasting live on Civic Center TV on 89.3 Lakes FM and on the Facebook page of West Bloomfield Park. So, Katie, you mentioned some of the new services that are being put in place to help people either access technology such as computers on site at the Detroit Public Library or check out laptops and other devices. What other new initiatives or new technologies have been instituted either as a result of COVID-19 or as innovations during the shutdown that are now being put into commonplace in the library services?
We also now have a new live chat feature on our website. So when you go to our website at detroitpubliclibrary.org, a chat box will pop up and we have librarians standing by so you can interact with them in real time and they can answer your questions right then and there. So you don't necessarily have to be in the library, or if you are in the library and you're not comfortable coming up to the librarian at the reference desk, you can go ahead and type in your question and chat. If a librarian isn't currently online or with another customer at the moment, you can leave your contact information for that as well, and they'll get back to you immediately. So we're just trying to create avenues and opportunities for our customers to still access the type of services and the resources and the help and assistance from our librarians without having to actually come to the reference desk or actually be in person at the library. And another opportunity we've just rolled out is that we know that only opening a limited number of branches is an inconvenience to a lot of the neighborhoods. So our mobile library has a specific schedule where they're going to be visiting 8 of our closed branches over the course of on a weekly schedule, and they'll be sitting outside the closed branches for 2 hours at a time. And that way, if you're used to going to a particular branch, you still have the opportunity, so you can request your items be picked up at the mobile library. And when the mobile library is in your neighborhood, you can go ahead and get those items from them. The mobile library, in addition to holds pickup, will also have access to free Wi-Fi. You can also check out a laptop for 1 hour. There'll be giveaway books for kids and adults. And just a way to that we can continue to bring service to areas that a branch might not be open at the moment.
Katie Dowgiewicz with us. She is from the Detroit Public Library, their public relations specialist, joining us on the program today. Katie, is the Detroit Public Library, are the services available just to the people of Detroit? Can people come in from outside and interact with the Detroit Public Library, check out materials and so on?
Well, to get a Detroit Public Library card, you need to be a resident of Detroit or Highland Park. At the moment, because we know it's difficult for residents of the city to come into the library, we're offering a digital-only card. So if you go to our website and apply for a library card online, you'll receive a card that will provide you with access to our digital services. And this will allow you to access our databases as well as stream music and movies through Hoopla or download ebooks on Overdrive. If you need a traditional card to use the computer, you'll still have to come into our branches. But for those who aren't residents of Detroit, we're going to be continually working and increasing online programs and events virtually so that anyone can take part of those. At the moment, we have creative writing courses and journaling courses, and we're starting book clubs, and those are for anyone who's interested in participating in an online environment. And you can find those events on our website. And it most likely just requires you to register so you can get the link for when the online program takes place. And those are available for anyone, not necessarily those holding a library card.
Katie Dowgiewicz with us, the public relations specialist at the Detroit Public Library, joining us on the MegaCast on 89.3 Lakes FM, on Civic Center TV, and on the Facebook page of West Bloomfield Parks. In addition, as always, we are on Birmingham Area Municipal Access, also on Comcast Channel 15 and AT&T Channel 99 in their community television programming guide. Katie, as we continue on through the COVID-19 pandemic, and a lot of kids are learning in a virtual method or through a hybrid method. Is the library providing any service to local schools or local students in Detroit and in the Detroit area to help them through this difficult time with either additional educational resources or maybe even some help accessing technology, like you had mentioned, the computer and laptop checkout?
Right. So our children's librarians are working with the teachers in the Detroit Public Schools to make sure that all students at least have a digital library card so they can access what they need to online, and therefore be able to use our databases to do research for their projects or their papers. And we've always had a great relationship with the Detroit Public Schools, and so this is just going to further it, to help and offer whatever we can to all of the students who are doing distance learning. And we know it's different because the kids can't come necessarily to the library anymore. And we used to have a lot of great programs and story times at the library, but our children's librarians have been recording their own story times, and we've been posting them on our Facebook page and YouTube channel and sharing them via social media. So since there's not necessarily the in-person story time, we're offering that virtually. In addition, Project Art in Detroit is doing virtual art classes, but we have bags of arts, crafts, and supplies at the library that once you've registered for those programs, you can come up to the library and pick up your art supplies and then work on the projects virtually during the year.
Katie Dowgiewicz with us. She is the public relations specialist over at the Detroit Public Library, joining us on the Oakland County Megacast. Katie, just a few more minutes with you, but before we do let you go, I just want to ask if there's any further programs that are coming down the pike in the next several months that would be interesting for our audience to know about, those that are listening from within Detroit or within surrounding areas that may be open to the public, or something interesting that might catch somebody's eye that we should be aware of and mark our calendars for as well.
I don't have anything necessarily for you to mark your calendar for. I guess the best source for people to find out information of what's going on is our website, and we have a page devoted to the different events that are taking place. Since we just opened our doors, we're still testing the waters of what our customers are interested or looking for in a virtual and online environment. And so we'll definitely be expanding our book clubs as well as those types of programs. But if something big does come up, I will definitely let you know. But at the moment, it's just trying to offer our traditional library services in a different and limited type of environment, and seeing how that works out and begin to expand and figure out where to go from there.
Katie Dowgiewicz with us from the Detroit Public Library. Anything else that would be important for our audience to know today, or any other information that you'd like to let us know about before we let you go today?
Just for the most up-to-date information, definitely check out our website. We will have our schedule for the mobile library visits, as well as what's going on in the building. And be sure to follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and we have a YouTube channel. And so a lot of our content, since it's being created in a digital fashion, is now being, that's really our main contact with people to get the word out and to get them engaged and interested. So you can take a look there, and you can see what's going on and what's changing and what's happening.
Well, Katie, thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you so much.